Hi, blessed new moon. It's approximately 12:30 here at night. We are in the midst of a new moon in Cancer, and I had a few intuitive downloads come through that I will share with you before I pull a oracle card, because wow, does it feel like there is just immense transformation going on behind the scenes, which is very moon like, but it's also very new moon like specifically as well. But I guess I have to start with saying, like, pat yourself on the back. Transformation like this does not occur unless there are vessels that are willingly doing that work amongst us. Or vessels that it's happening through, but beings that are taking on consciously that kind of transformation. And so, in a way, this just feels a bit of a like, I pulled cards for myself, and the Tower moment came out, and then also the Ace of Swords, or Tarot card, or fuck's sake, Tower card. And like, I just felt this immense joy when I saw it. There was no threat. It was just like, fucking crumble. Yes, fall away. That which we do not need going forward. That which served us up until a point, and now no longer does, because we have outgrown that shell, that practice, those coping mechanisms, that thought pattern, those people, whatever it may be for you. And so with this, there is shedding as much as there is a manifestation moment, particularly because this moon is exalted by Jupiter also being in Cancer. And I do see this practice being very much something that you could take up and do anytime. So whenever this comes across you, this reading can absolutely apply to what you are moving through. But it is very specifically being ignited by what we're moving through astrologically in this current moment. And so something that I want you to do, apart from moon water and writing down intentions and stuff like that, is you can either massage or just notice, but I want you to identify an area of your physical body that you neglect the most. Like, it's always the most stiff. It's always got the most muscle knots. It's always the place that you're like, oh, I should get a massage for that. And then you put it off or whatever, or even like go to a physio for whatever it may be. And so whatever in what way your ability level meets this, just like stretch it. Not ridiculously so, don't go hurting yourself here, but I just placed a hand on an area and that worked enough. And just listen to it. It doesn't have to speak in words to you, or you don't have to like even understand anything from it. Just allow the feelings that are stored in that area come through. And that really, I notice, is something that comes up a lot when I'm stretching specifically, but it can be done in just simple touch. Or simple like mental noticing of the area, and then resting everything else, like allowing that area to just get all of the attention for a moment. And then if something comes up from it, you can like express that, let it out, write it down, whatever it is. And if you cry, I want you to thank the tears, because those pieces, and then the snot that comes after it, whatever amount of expression this brings, is absolutely valid, because those are pieces of you that were within being held, and now you have allowed yourself to release them. They represent what you're letting go. And those pieces of ourself, the experiences that we've had, the practices that we had to have in survival mode, etc., they were there for us in the times that we needed them, and they deserve respect and love as we release them. And so that is what I am recommending. And definitely drink enough water after that. Doesn't have to be moon water, just thank the water. It's always a good practice as well. Okay. Yeah. Transformation excites the fuck out of me. I'm so here for that. Like, it just feels, I'm so comfortable in it. I was brought up in a lifestyle that also like allowed that, but it just matches with my soul so well. And I also don't feel bored when stuff is still. So I feel very fortunate for that to be like how it is that I am fire energy as well. But it also means that the people that align with what I've just said are here to facilitate the transformation that is happening for all of us through the individuals that are doing the work. Yeah, and that's just really exciting, especially because I think it's just because it's backed by Jupiter. It's just like, oh, such an abundant, excited planet, energy wise. You know, like, yeah, like shit has to hit the fan for us to know that there's shit in the room. But like, you know, learning and growing happens that way. We've all been there. Okay, let's see what it is that the Gateway of Light activation deck has to say for us about them. Nope, that we're in. I knew it was going to be more than one card. This is the bottom of the deck. I have other readings. This literally came up just yesterday. Is something poking out? Oh no, it's not. The Seraphim's Gateway. It's like the divine light that lives within you, and the you bringing it to, like, just, yeah, go listen to those readings unless I feel like reading it out. So we have the Soul Star activation, fulfilling soul contracts, remembering who you are. Yeah, this could very much be quite the initiation for a lot of people into deepening their spirituality in a way that they haven't before. Because as much as Jupiter has to do with expansion and abundance, it's also a planet that questions things. Like, in the way of being pro-transformation, it's a very philosophical, supportive planet, which, ergo, questioning everything. And, you know, a lot of what it is that we currently have as societal structures crumbles when you start questioning it really with a conscious, you know, loving heart. Okay, and so the central sun is the next one. Abundance, downloads, regeneration, success. This is like, it's like the sun card of this deck. I'll read more into the depth of what these are, but this is like the sun that is currently, you know, in alignment with the new moon is not necessarily something that we're even seeing the reflection of right now, because the moon is in the dark moons, or, well, the new moon stage. And we're still getting this like humongous amount of support from our light source in this solar system, this central sun. It's so beautiful. Okay. Halls of learning. I was either that or the halls of Amenti I knew was going to come up. Like, it's a place that we are in of like transformation and learning, spirit guides, confirmation, great lessons. Okay, interesting, because the initiation that could possibly be activating within a lot of people is maybe bringing out for the first time spirit guides that you are identifying, like, by actual name, be it like angels or ancestors or, you know, past animals, anything it is that you connect to, star family, etc. And like, it also is more likely an expansion of that crew, if you will, and confirmation, and then great lessons. Okay, so the soul star activation. The soul star is also the chakra that is above our body, like outside of our body, but it connects us to our spirit guides and source, and divine downloads come through this. So it is around 6 to 12 inches above the crown, which obviously is here, and connects us directly with soul wisdom. It is our gateway to the etheric realms. Are we getting this in? Because it does not always like pick up the, okay. Which hold all the lessons of all the incarnations that we have experienced. So yeah, it is connecting you to also like lessons from past lives, which helps you to not live in repetitive cycles in this lifetime. Through our soul star, we access information and wisdom like a computer connecting to the internet through broadband. Instead of having to move through the dimensions to access the information, we can remain connected at all times and download support as necessary. The Egyptian god Horus appears on this card as our spiritual guide. This hawk-headed image is said to illustrate his connection to the sun, moon, and the stars. As a keeper of energetic portals to hidden realms, he can help us to remember our starry origins, open psychic vision, and connect directly with the wisdom that is held in the stars. Through your previous journeys, you have learned much about your inner workings of your soul and the cycles of karma. Before this incarnation, you set a powerful intention to remember your divine origins. Hi. At this point, you are in a powerful space, for you are remembering who you truly are. And you know that you have it within you to make a great difference in your own life and the lives of those you love and, of course, the world. This remembering is in alignment with the soul contracts that you made before coming to this realm. And if you find yourself worrying if you are making the right decisions, know that even if you aren't conscious of it, all that you have chosen so far is in abundance of with your soul's evolutionary plan. It's in accordance with your soul's evolutionary plan. And when you draw this gateway, you are opening up on higher levels. So imagine yourself in a wide open space under a night sky filled with stars, and then say these words. And I don't always read the practice, but this feels like it needs to go out. Horus, cosmic sky guardian, thank you for activating my soul star chakra so I can remember on a soul level. I love this deck. The Central Sun. The great Central Sun is shining brightly in your life and upon your world. This is a time to regenerate. Tiredness and old energy being washed away. Old skins have peeled off to reveal a sacred and more aligned you. This is an exciting time. Central Sun, and it's like, this is, no, the other one's confirmation. All these wording is confirmation. It's magnetic and all powerful, opening you up to light and supporting you as you express your own light in this lifetime. New ideas, opportunities, and experiences come easily to you at this time. Like the sun kissing the perfectly ripe soil, the seeds you have planted are being encouraged to grow. Realize that in order to go beyond your horizon, it's important for you to welcome energetic exchanges. When you help others, you let yourself be helped in return. When you invest energy in projects, you let energy be invested in yourself. And that's connected to Ra in ancient Egypt, that card. Halls of Learning. They're also known as the Great Halls. They're an etheric retreat dedicated to spiritual knowledge. A training space for all souls, including those on earth, spiritual guides, and those between lives. Okay, here we go. There we go. They have been visited by many spiritual seekers, seers, and mediums over the years and have been described as a giant, somewhat gothic university building with marble flooring, spiral staircases, tall bookcases. That's such an aesthetic vibe that we're all putting forward right now as well. Interesting. Some have said these halls are home to the Akashic records, while others have wondered if they are connected to the halls of Amenti. I can confirm that these are actually two different retreats. Ultimately, this etheric retreat is an ancient mystery school, and it is particularly powerful for those who are opening up their psychic and clairvoyant abilities. If this gateway comes to you often, it brings confirmation that your psychic gifts are strengthening. Also, if the idea of an ancient mystery school in the astral realm seems familiar, there's a good chance that you've been here before during dream time or even in between incarnations. So you are on the path to great learning. Spiritual beings are drawing close to support you. If you are facing challenging or difficult circumstances or have just moved through such a time, you are being called to review what you have learned about yourself. If you're still feeling overwhelmed by a certain event or asking why it happened, call on Source and your guides to reveal to you the pattern, the trauma, or the wound that has contributed to this challenge. If you aren't experiencing challenging energy, the reason is that you've made huge progress on your spiritual journey, so much so that your perspective has shifted so that you can view every challenge as a window of opportunity. The Halls of Learning gateway indicates that your spiritual gifts are developing at this time. And on that note, I think it twos and fro's. And we always remember what we've learned as far as like, oh yeah, these are opportunities. It's happening for me. That also came up in another reading yesterday. And not to me. But then, I don't know, I think it takes a few experiences of going through stuff that is hard, and then like it almost up levels, my ears ringing, and continues to shift and change, almost like you're up leveling, so then the challenges kind of get harder, and it doesn't always continue to be that way. But I like to remind people just that it's not linear, this learning. It is cyclical, it is like chaotic, it's beautiful, but just don't be hard on yourself if you have previously kind of honed a certain way of dealing with things, and then a new challenge comes and it kind of throws everything you learn to shit, and you like end up in, some sort of old pattern or whatever it is. That's okay. That's okay. That's a part of this journey. It's not linear. I haven't said that in a really long time, but fuck, does it just need to be known. Especially with like our way of understanding existence, and like there's such a need for there to be like control and sense and reason, and it really doesn't leave space for like the chaotic beauty of what is like the universe, and it's like interconnected, interwoven, I don't know, energy fires and missiles and what's the word I would prefer to use instead of a war shaped one? Yeah, points of contact. I don't know. It crosses over and it weaves, and it doesn't grow in just one straight line. And so life just is not going to be that way, not in a human form anyway. And so yeah, this was a woven existence reading. Can you guess why I've named it that? If you want a personal reading or to go deeper at any time, there are readings available on wovenexistence.com. Get in touch. And I wish you well on your journey.